Have you ever felt that there must be more to life than this? Join me as we uncover how to unlock your life's purpose and ignite unstoppable motivation in just 3 simple steps. I'm Rob Palmer from Develop Together, helping you make a positive and long-lasting change.
Develop together.
In today's video, you'll find out the 3 simple steps to supercharge your motivation and unlock your life's purpose. How I've used these steps to successfully find my own purpose, and how quickly you can see results in not only your own motivation, but your whole life in general. How old do you think you'll be when your life is over? That's assuming you avoid a freak accident like being struck by lightning. The average life expectancy for a guy in the UK is about 80 years. Personally, I'm aiming for 120, but I am an optimist. So let's go with the average for the purpose of this video. So you've likely got between 40 and 60 years left. That's a huge amount of time to fill. Even if we take out the 8 hours a night that we all sleep, because we all get 8 hours of sleep per night, that still leaves you with 34 to 40 waking years to do something with. So you may as well fill it with something meaningful. Having a defined purpose allows us to make a positive impact on others, which contributes to a greater sense of connection and fulfillment. So knowing your purpose is a pretty important thing. And here's where we talk about step number 1. Despite what they say, us guys are usually pretty deep thinkers, although we're not always as good as sharing those deep thoughts with other people. But as long as you're open to listening to yourself, then think away. It does help if you have a few trusted people around you who can make you feel safe to open up and express your thoughts without criticism or ridicule. Another part of this deep thinking process might include challenging some expectations about men that you might have just accepted for years, but don't really align with your own values. This actually reminds me of my younger days, when I often just went along with the majority decision of where to go and what to do on a night out. I was more about keeping the peace and making compromises for everyone else, when in fact I was completely sacrificing everything that I wanted. As I got older, I realised I could just go along with my own decisions and leave others to either follow me or not. This was also a really great way to find out who the real friends were. All of this deep thinking leads to something that I've chatted about more fully in another video, which is linked in the description. Self-awareness. That's a lifelong journey in itself, but it's totally worth it because it can act as a compass, helping you navigate your journey towards a more fulfilling life. And who wouldn't want a more fulfilling life? Here's some ideas on practical things you can do in the time you set aside for soul searching and deep thinking. Maybe you're someone who'll find journaling a great way to bring clarity into your thoughts. So use some questions to instigate your thinking. What activities make me feel more alive and fulfilled? What impact do I want to have in the world? If you're more of a visual person, then maybe try drawing a representation of your thoughts and ideas using a mind map. Start with a central concept such as my purpose and branch out from there with different aspects of your life, like career, relationships, and personal growth. For those of you who are a little less hands-on, then a bit of guided meditation can help you tap into your intuition, quiet the mind, and gain clarity on what really matters to you. Look specifically for guided meditations that focus on purpose, and that's step 1. Now think about the person who knows you the best. What would they say is the core value that represents who you really are? Honesty, loyalty, generosity, responsibility, compassion, or something else? Is that value important to you as well? And what other values tend to guide your decisions when times get tough? Values play a pivotal role in shaping our purpose by serving as a guiding principle in the direction we take ourselves and the choices we make. They can help us align our actions with what really matters to us. We're all a unique combination of values that we hold to differing levels, so all our decisions will bring each of these things into account. My own values of helping others and independence were pivotal in helping me decide to start this business rather than work in a pre-existing business that already helps people, because I wanted to do things my own way. One great way to start identifying your own values is to take some time to reflect on significant experiences in your life where you felt fulfilled, aligned, or deeply satisfied. Consider the values that were present in those moments and the qualities they represent. Another method to identify your values is to use an online inventory. I've linked in the description a free comprehensive tool to help you do this. I've got zero affiliation with this website, but I felt their system was quite useful. Now, here are two examples of a couple of guys who you might have heard of who aligned their values with their actions, with pretty awesome results. First, we have Sir James Dyson, who's known for his vacuums and other innovative designs. His values of engineering excellence, problem solving, and pushing boundaries has shaped his successful career. Then we have Sir Tim Berners-Lee, who some people say invented the internet, but actually just built on the internet that already existed in a more simple form to develop the World Wide Web that we all use today for building websites and sharing information. His values of openness, collaboration, and democratizing information has shaped the digital landscape that we all use on a daily basis. Now, you don't need to aim for international success on a grand scale and to be knighted by the British monarch, but these examples of how these guys aligned their values with their purpose is the point I'm trying to make. And I hope you got the point, because that's all I've got for step number 2. Let's now take a quick little trip down memory lane to my 7th birthday, which was 1986. So technology was very different back then. I asked for a typewriter because that's what all 7-year-olds want, right? And that's what 7-year-old Rob unwrapped that morning. Not even an electric typewriter, but a classic mechanical one with a clattering keyboard and a bell that rang at the end of each line. I loved that thing, and it's still in my parents' attic to this day. Anyway, I asked for this present because I loved writing, and that passion has stayed with me my entire life. And it's been a guiding principle in many of the big life decisions I've made throughout my life so far. Another passion that has pointed me in a good direction several times has been teaching, which came to my attention when I was in further education at 16 years old, and I was happy to help others in my class with their homework. These little examples show how your passions might have been with you for years and have probably been a part of your own life decisions up until now. Whether you're aware of this or not, it's time to bring it to your attention. So have a think back towards the activities and interests that you were pulled towards as a kid, the topics and things that energized you in your teens, and what skills you've always been naturally good at and enjoy doing today. These are huge neon signs about your passion or passions could be. Putting these passions with your values from step 2 and what really matters to you from step 1 should make your purpose pretty obvious. For instance, my own purpose is to help other people by writing resources that other people could use to guide them in their own independent path. So this ties together my passions for writing and teaching with my values of compassion and independence. I've now explained each simple step to unlock your life's purpose. And once you've done this, you'll have an extremely clear view of where you're going, like having floodlights on your car when driving at night. This exceptional level of clarity will make most decisions pretty quick and easy to make, building momentum in your life and therefore propelling that feeling of motivation in pretty much everything you do. Depending on where you are right now in the process, because some of you might have already been thinking about some of these things, then it all might start to take shape in as quickly as now. Or even if you work through each step from scratch, then you could start seeing positive effects in as little as 2 weeks. And that's not even working on it consistently every hour of every day, but simply planting the thoughts in your head and letting the subconscious mind take the lead, while you occasionally make a note of where you are in the process. It's certainly not a time-intensive thing, so it can easily be reviewed at different times in your life to take into account other changes that this world always has in store for us. And that's it. If you found value in this video, then please let me know in the comment section. And then check out this video to unleash your hidden genius.
Develop together.
Waking years.